What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do a review on the Albanian hot embroidered pepper. I have eaten a couple of these already just to see where I stood with it, and it seems like the heat varies in them, but I'll try to describe the flavor of this pepper the best I can. It's basically just the same thing as a Macedonian, the Red Hot Macedonian pepper, but this does have a little bit of a different characteristic to it that makes it a little bit different looking. What I've noticed about these type of peppers is that they tend to get dry very quick, like a cayenne pepper kind of like wants to dry in a plant. These tend to do that. The other thing I noticed about this particular variety of pepper is that for some reason they're very prone to getting like moldy on the inside of the pepper. So keep that in mind when you're growing these peppers. You might be a timing thing where you're going to want to get to it before they get moldy. I don't know how. Are they getting that fuzzy black and white mold that you get sometimes? It gets on the inside of these peppers pretty commonly. I've seen it on one or two already, and I normally don't see that really on any peppers unless the pepper itself is kind of bad or maybe the plant is sick or something. But I'm going to do a taste test on this. I don't know how hot these are going to be from one pepper to the other. They do vary a lot. I have one cut open, and I am going to taste it. That was the very top of the pepper, by the way. It has a little heat on it. So far, very low. It is building. What I've noticed about this pepper when I was cutting it is when I cut it open, it had a very fragrant smell, like a flower or some kind of a fruit. Very interesting take on this pepper. Very distinctive too. You know it when you cut it open. Very fragrant. The skin and the rind is kind of thin. It's not real thin. It's not as thin as a cayenne pepper, but it's thin. The flavor is pretty good. It's not real wet and moist, but it is moist enough for you to enjoy it. The embroidery, you kind of got to get used to eating that embroidery kind of thing. So if you're real meticulous on what you're eating, like if you're one of those people that tend to kind of have like, you don't really want to feel that kind of texture in you, you peel your apples and stuff like that, you may not like this because of that reason. But you do get used to it. I didn't necessarily particularly care for it myself, but I'm getting used to it as I eat these. I actually like it now. It's a different effect when you're actually eating it. Take another bite. Thought it was rotten for a minute, like a soft spot. It has a little sweetness, 10-20% sweetness. Peppery taste, maybe about 10 or 20% like a natural taste of like a pepper you would have. And then in between that, it's really neutral. And then there's a little heat. Heat-wise, I'd probably say, and so far I've tried a few of these, heat-wise can range anywhere from between about 200 to about 800 on a scale. Maybe 1,000, maybe 1,200. That was basically about as high as I would go with this. This one here, it's about a 500. And when it hits you, it kind of stings the tip of your tongue a little bit. Maybe a little bit on the roof of the mouth. Nothing in the back of the throat. It's a very pleasant pepper. Very, very pleasant. Taste is good. It's not an uncomfortable taste or anything like that. You could easily serve this to your guest. I would also say it'd probably be good in barbecue. Like if you want to do something creative with it in a barbecue grill, heating-wise. It's a thin wall, so it might cook down very quickly. But it's not going to become like a pile of mush because it's thin on a wall. So just skew it a little bit. Don't. I mean, I haven't actually cooked with it yet. So my interpretation, if I was going to cook this, would be to just keep it in there, prep everything that you're going to put into it, put it in, preheat it a little bit, the ingredients that are going into it. If you're going to slice it and then maybe put something on top of it and heat it that way, you can do that. But I wouldn't cook it too long on a grill. If it becomes mushy, that probably wouldn't be a very appetizing effect with that type of skin on it. It's just not appetizing to begin with, but if it like that, it's just, I don't know. I'd just try at different heat levels and different cook times when you're messing with this on a grill. Let me take one more bite and I will end this video. Very distinctive flavor. I guess you could say it has like earthy tones in it, very slightly. It definitely tastes different than the Red Hot Macedonia one. Definitely has a different taste. It's a little sweeter too. It doesn't taste bad. I would say give it a try. It's a fun pepper to grow. These peppers can get quite large. This is, you know, this is a small one. You grow this thing outside and where it's going to get full sun and it can grow to 4 feet tall, you're going to get some big ones off of there. Now, this isn't bad. This is probably pushing 10 inches right here. Okay? That's pushing 10 inches. You grow that thing out in the field and you got the right water and heat and soil, the sky's the limit, I guess, on that one. So anyway, that was your pepper review on the Albanian Hot Red. I'll put the right name in the title. If you want to join me on my main channel, Heirloom Reviews, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I guess I will see you on the next one.